I guess let's just start with Moises. How's Moises looking? There was a ton of tragedy that's passed between his last fight to this fight. There was a layoff. Just update us on Moises.
Yeah, well, it was a little tough for Moises there the first couple of months. That he's really close to Sarge, so Moises actually stopped training for about a month. He took a month off. A couple of things were going on there. Of course, he was mourning, but he was also going through a housing transition. So he kind of used that time to find a new place and spend some time with his family, and kind of mourn, the way he had to. When he came back, he came back a lot stronger, motivated, and I think that was his way of really getting through this tragedy. Is that he knew that Sarge wanted him to continue. Sarge believed in him. Sarge believes that he would be a world champion someday. I believe the same thing. And he works really hard. So ever since he came back from that month layoff, he's been in the gym every day, working hard, very dedicated. If you saw him earlier, he's already at weight. He's fighting at 140 pounds. He's weighing about 141 today. He's just in really good shape. We have a great conditioning coach with Seth Livingston, who's been working with him 2 to 3 times a week, and then I work the other 3 days a week with him at the gym. So yeah, he's been just really focused on his trade.
Talk a little bit about Dreamland's commitment to the community and kind of how the gym is, what it's doing currently.
Yeah, well, one of the things that Sarge and I talked about is that Sarge always wanted to see this gym. At one time it was thriving; it had a lot of people in here, and then things started to drop, down. The membership dropped, and I think a lot of it had to do with Sarge being ill as well, and he wasn't, he couldn't come in here every day anymore, and so things started to kind of slip. So when I came in, one of the reasons I came in here to help Sarge was not only to help Moises with his professional career, but to kind of help here with the gym as well. And we had the same goals in mind, that we wanted to get this gym filled up again and work with those kids that are at-risk youth out there in the community. And we've been doing that. When I came back, a lot of these kids are starting to come back through here. And not only just the kids, we got parents that are coming in here and working out with their kids. So they're spending a lot of family time. We're doing a lot of community service together with these kids and these families. Right now we're doing a food drive where people are coming here and donating foods. And what we're doing as a gym is we're giving everybody an opportunity to win some prizes, free membership here, free lessons. We have a member in our gym that actually owns his own limo company, so he's providing some limo services for people. So what they do is they come in, they give food, they get some tickets, they go into a raffle, and then they have an opportunity to win all these things. And so everybody's kind of getting excited about it. But the main thing is that we're all helping feed the people in need, and we're all excited about that.
Okay. And you had me meet 2 young men. I'm going to individualize them. So I'm going to talk about Ali first, because he's got a big fight. It's a tough fight. It's his last amateur fight. It's probably the headlining amateur fight. He's in with Mark. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to say it because I'm going to mess it up.
Posada?
Okay, I would have said it wrong, and we just don't like doing that. How excited and also how important kind of is this fight for Ali?
Well, it's very important. Ali, we've been trying to get him a lot more fights this year, but for whatever reason, they've fallen through. Mark Posada, we have a lot of respect for. I have a lot of respect for Undisputed Jim. Brian and James they're great guys. They're great trainers. So I know that they're going to bring Mark in tip-top shape and ready. Of course, we have top fighters here. Ali is a very dedicated young man as well, just like Moises. Works hard every day. He's here in the gym every day. It'll be a tough fight. I think it'll be a great fight, and I think it's probably the best fight that Ali can have before he turns pro. It's a great high-level fight.
Do you think there's a potential this could steal the show from some of the pro fights?
I think he could.
Okay. Because I think it could too, because I think it's going to be 2 highly skilled people, and you might have pros on the pro portion that might not have the same skill level.
I agree.
Okay, so Chris Washington, what's up with this guy? He's a character.
Chris is another kid that Sarge just loved. This young man. He's a two-time Golden Glove amateur champ that he fought for. Sarge, and Sarge always said this kid is just a heart of gold. The kid will do anything for you. I met him when I first started coming here. Didn't know me from scratch, and great relationship with the kid from day one. Hasn't changed. He came to me and said, "Hey, I'm back. The last fight that I fought for Sarge, I wanted to turn pro, and my understanding was he had already put in his paperwork to be pro." Sarge had told me the same thing. He actually told me that if I ever saw Chris Washington come back to the gym, to grab him and don't let go of this kid. This kid has a lot of potential. I've been watching him work out. He, because of the layoff, a couple of years, he put on some weight and wasn't boxing anymore. And in the last, I'd say in the last 4 months, you see him. He's down to close to fighting weight now, and is sparring top amateurs and top pros as well, and is looking really good. He's got a lot of skill. So. We're looking at sometime in April to have him make his pro debut.
And then just kind of an X's and O's, because this is kind of what I like, is what is the training regimen like inside the ring? What is the way you guys kind of train without giving out too much? How do you guys work on stuff? That's kind of something I'm interested in, because each gym has a different recipe to how you go and fight night. How do you prepare the fighters?
Well, a lot of conditioning. They go through a lot of conditioning, and as far as the sparring work, we actually pick who we spar with, and what I mean by that is different styles. We work on different styles. We work on different things internally, and then also one of the things that I do is I look for the weaknesses in the fighters, and we try to correct that and make it better. And then we just work our trade and our craft and get better.
And give people the address to the gym, let them know how they could join, all of that stuff, and just in case they saw this whole video and they wanted to know all that stuff.
Absolutely. Obviously we're here in San Jose. We're at 2047 Woodard Road, San Jose, California. We have month-to-month membership. We have 3 month memberships. We have a whole year membership. We don't say we don't turn anybody back. We're a nonprofit organization, so we have a lot of members that help us pay our bills. A lot of members, because they pay, we were able to pay our bills. But if there's kids that can't afford to pay the monthly fee, we work it out. We figure out how to get them in here, and we work with the families very closely. A lot of these kids come in here and do community services hours that they need to accomplish. A lot of the kids will work for their membership here. We're family oriented. My wife and I now have taken over Dreamland, and we're working close, with everybody, with all these families, and we just have. I mean, this is just a big family, is what we have here at Dreamland, and I think everybody that comes here enjoys it, and we enjoy everybody coming here. So.